Perfettamente bilanciato. Come tutto dovrebbe essere. Si ricorderanno di voi.
Someone, I won't say who, says that has problems with his inner superhero because he doesn't want to show up. I want to know if it ever happened to you on set that your inner superhero didn't want to show up, and how you made him or her come out.
That's a good
Super
question.
good question, yeah. I don't know. I feel like, I think that's probably something that happens more in theater, you know, because in theater you can't, there's no cut. You just no matter what happens, you have to be there, you know, at the end of the day, like at 8 o'clock, come rain or come shine. And there are many times where I feel like you're praying to God, get me out of this, but you better go up there, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I had moments when my inner superhero didn't want to come out. In Atlanta, when it was really, really hot and we had to film the huge battle scene in like super tight costume, and it was sweated, and it's just like you got to stay intact. Like some moments I was just like, I want to go home, but you just have to like tap in and then just let her out. Yeah. But there were moments.
Atlanta in August can be pretty brutal. Yeah.
Look, sweat, and like your costume's just going through the most. Yeah. Yeah.
And for Loki, I would.
Your horn, your.
When it overbalanced.
Yeah. You're fighting.
There have been a couple of moments when, especially early on, the helmet, I couldn't actually hear anything, so people would say their lines to me, and they'd be like,
"Oh God."
And it, like, oh, it's my turn. The superhero has to come out. Yeah. It's a privilege, though, to get to play a superhero or a supervillain, and you're stepping into an idea that is larger than you, something more than, or the best version of what human beings can be.
Thanos' name comes from Greek, from thanatos, and it means death. Yes. And he wants only to see the universe burn or die. And in the comic book, he says that everybody is a monster, but he's the only one who has the courage to be one. I want to know if you agree with him, and if it's so, Avengers are monsters too or not.
Perspective. That's a really interesting question, by the way.
Yeah. I think it's perspective, right? No matter how you look at it. You could look at something and it could be, you know, good or bad in certain people's eyes. I mean, I guess everyone has a monster, right? It's somewhere in there, you know. It just, some people I feel like are maybe more connected to it than others. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like thinkers across human history have always talked about this idea of, you know, somehow the darker aspects of our nature, and I think some of the bravest thinkers have said if you can almost reconcile yourself to those aspects, your light shines brighter, and actually so there is some kind of completeness to a human being. If there's a yin and yang, if you can reconcile your monstrous aspects, then maybe you can be even more positive, more optimistic. I maybe. What do you think, Letitia?
I think you guys handled that very well.
We have 3 important Chris in this movie. Which one is the best one and why?
Jesus. 3 important what?
3 important Chris.
And they're all next to each other.
Yes.
Are there only 3?
God.
Pratt, Hemsworth, Evans?
There should be more, right?
I always feel like there are more than
Chris Pine in this film. I don't know.
I asked Chris Hemsworth that question once, and he was unceremonious in delivering the verdict that of course he was the most important Chris.
It's your brother, so
Yeah.
you had to say that.
Yeah.
I feel like Evans is pretty important though, because he's always wrangling the team. You know, he's always kind of pulling everybody together.
They all have a very necessary and unique place. Yeah.
Io sono Peter, a proposito.
Dottor Strange.
Oh, usate nomi inventati. Allora, io sono Spider-Man.